Happy Thursday. Today is January 13th. This is the 9th episode of season 3 of the Be Your Own Hero show. Hero is an acronym. It means helping everyone reaps optimism. There we go. Haven't seen that t-shirt in a while, have you? All right, so helping everyone reaps optimism. In other words, helping others helps you. It's a reciprocal action. I'm your host. I'm sekouwrites. I'm a professional creative and the creator of what we're now calling the Hero Ministry Movement. Gotta adjust my angle right there. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and then there's the Sip Joy mug right there behind me in Studio D. All right, so helping everyone reaps optimism, Hero Ministry Movement, and shout out to New Thought Media Network for allowing me the space and the opportunity to be here to talk about my journey of becoming my own hero. Their website is ntmedia.org. They are a nonprofit 501c3, so you can make a donation, a tax-deductible donation to them. You can check out the other programming on the network, and also, as I just said, make a donation. Okay, so you can also see all the things in the bubble that is Sekou at my website, sekouwrites.com, which is right there. Oh, look. The banner color matches my dinosaur. I never noticed that till just now. That tickles me. Okay, anyway, back on track. So check me out on my website. That'll take you to all the various aspects of Sekou. The show airs on New Thought Media Network, as I just said, on their Facebook, on their YouTube. Also, if you missed the show, you can watch it on their Facebook and YouTube, and my Facebook and YouTube. So a lot of different options to watch the show. If you can, check it out on YouTube and give it some love. Give it a like or a comment. I'm trying to build my YouTube channel out a bit. Okay, so there's a few different ways to interact with and support the Be Your Own Hero show, which is here Monday through Friday, 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time. All that said, if this show provides any value, please feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe on the YouTube channel, and make a donation. All that information is in the show notes below. Okay, so let's get started with the Hero Ministry Movement news. So as I've said a few times, this is season 3, and my intention with season 3 is to give as many practical, simple tips as possible. And trust me, I am using them all. So if it doesn't resonate with you, it's okay. It resonates with me. But let me know if these things are resonating with you so I know how to best serve you, the viewing public, who asked me to talk about money. Because remember, this show wasn't about money in season 1. So this show has become about abundance and about wealth, and I want it to be beneficial to you. So feel free to drop comments, DM me. Let me know what's working. That said, let's talk about the run streak. So run streak, this is day 227. Just a reminder, I post a run report every day on social media. I start with TikTok and then also do Facebook and YouTube. No, not YouTube, sorry. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all 3 places. So you can check it out wherever you feel best suited to check it out. And I usually do it right when I finish the run, so it's right in the moment. Whatever thoughts I have, I try not to think about what I'm going to say. I just try to hit the record button and just speak from the heart. So here is my sip of what the run report was today. It was essentially about battling myself in my mind. In other words, of these 227 days, there have been precious few days that I felt like getting up and running. And even more tricky, there have been nights when I go to bed feeling good, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna kill it in the morning. And in the morning, I'm like, right? So it has been a practice to push past my own obstacles, to get out there and do this thing consistently for 227 days. And that practice is building the muscle of so what? I'm tired, so what? I don't feel like it, so what? It's raining, so what? It's snowing, so what? So I'm saying all that to say that that is a summary of what I said in today's run report. You should check it out because I said more than that. And also, that's a good segue to talk about the 30-day challenge. Yes, we've got more people who joined the 30-day challenge, and my expectation, that sounds too strong. My hope for the people participating in the 30-day challenge is that you will experience much the same thing. That over the course of your 30 consecutive days, there will be days when you don't feel like doing the thing that you decided to do. And I want to tell you that even 227 days in, there are days that I don't feel like doing what I committed to do. So you just have to build it in that you're not going to feel like it every day. And if you're prepared for that, then you can push past it. But you got to be prepared in advance. Otherwise, it'll catch you off guard. You won't know what's happening. So prepare in advance to push past, push through, push on. That said, let's talk about the 30-day challenge, folks. So we got more folks. I'm going to do my list. We've got me. Obviously, I'm doing a run streak. I never heard of a run streak before I started running with Black Men Run. They introduced me to this concept, and the concept is you run at least a mile every day for a certain number of days. My certain number of days was 30, and now I'm at 227. So you never know what's going to happen. So me, I'm doing a run streak. Rev Mel is doing a transcendental meditation streak, which is very exciting. She's also joined me on the envelope challenge. Any other takers on the envelope challenge? I'll talk about what that is in a minute. But for those of you who know what it is, if you're interested, jump in with us. We're both doing the envelope challenge. All right, so 30-day challenge. Me, Rev Mel, Andrea is doing a spin class streak. Cooter's wife is doing a run streak. Carolyn is doing a walk streak. Gladys is doing an indoor bicycling streak, indoor bike streak. That sounds easier to say. Indoor bike streak. Lily is doing a push-up streak. Shout out to Lily, going hardcore. Lily's doing a push-up streak. Mom is exercising twice a day. All right, two days. Lovejoy is doing a walk streak. John is doing a walk streak. And Tim is doing a writing streak. Now, I just want to give a special shout out to Tim. He has been willing to share this story in the group, in the private group that we have. So I'm not sure if he wants me to share the story here. So let me know, Tim. But I appreciate you being willing to share your story in the group. We've got lots of support for you. We got your back. Okay, so shout out to all the people. That's now 11 people in the 30-day challenge. It's growing, and I'm excited about the growth. Okay, so other Hero Ministry news. Yes, I did an interview with Harriet Cole. Many of you may know Harriet Cole. She's famous, first of all, but she's a media personality, and she has this program. I guess we can call it a program called Dream Leapers, and it's about accessing and activating your dreams. In other words, getting in touch with your dreams and then manifesting them out in the universe. And we just did a relatively impromptu talk. I was her first interview for Dream Leapers of 2022. Shout out to that. I'm very excited to be her first interview of the year. And it actually aired, we pre-recorded it, and it aired at the same time as my show, so I forgot to announce it. So what we're going to do is do a replay of it at night so that everybody can see it, and we'll do a talk back. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be in the month of February. We don't have an exact date yet, but it's going to be very good. It felt like a good interview, and I'm excited about the fact that we'll do a talk back afterwards where we will have a Q&A session. So stay tuned for that and be prepared to participate and check us out. Also, on that note, I have an interview coming up this weekend with Regina Smithwick. She's been mentioned here on my show and on Rev Mel's show a couple of times. Here's the flyer. The show is called Let's Talk 1943. I'll be on January 16th at 7 p.m. And I will be talking about Get Rich 101, which is my global podcast. about wealth and abundance. In case you have missed the memo, it's global in the fact that it's being streamed in at least 38 different countries across the world, which is really mind-boggling. Anyway, very excited to be talking about Get Rich 101 on Regina Smithwick's podcast coming up. So save the date. Okay, so all that said, let's check in with the heroes in the chat. Let's see what's going on. Shout out to Gladys. Shout out to Tim with the water and the coffee. Shout out to Linda from Colorado. Shout out to Tim for doing it. Yes, you've done it. And I think that no problem means you don't mind me sharing the story. So let me just do that really quickly. So Tim shared in the group that he had a stroke in 2019 and his dominant hand was his right hand. And so he's not able to write with his right hand. So his challenge, his streak is to write his name with his left hand for the next 30 days. So prayers up, Tim. That's an amazing challenge for yourself. We support you. We're sending out positive vibes, positive support. We got you. And that's amazing. And I know you said you want to do it 10 times a day. I'm going to suggest that we commit to 1 time per day because we really want to focus on the 30. We really want to get to the 30. There's already been someone in the group. I'm not going to name any names. But there's been someone in the group that did very well for the first 7 days of the streak and then missed the 8th day and is feeling kind of bad and whatnot. So focus on the big number. Like if you do it every day, that's a check mark, no matter how many times you do it per day, right? But focus on the big number. The idea is to lock it into your subconscious that I do this every day. This is just what we do now, all right? So that advice goes out to everybody. And I think I repeated that in my run report today, so go check it out. Okay, so all that said, let's get into the morning Zen. As I mentioned, I've been taking Rev Mel's class, the 30-day mental diet class. It is not my first time, but it feels like my first time. If you're not familiar with the book is called The 30-Day Mental Diet by Willis Kinnear. Check it out. It's a small book. Each day you read just the section for that day and you practice. You read it in the morning and you practice all day and read it at night and see how you did. And the practice is exercising control over your thoughts. And there are many people that have believed and still believe that you can't control your thoughts. And I used to be one of those people. And now I understand that you can control your thoughts. It takes practice. And the way it works for me is I feel like it's like catching a tiger by the tail, right? Like the thought will happen, but I'll catch it and I'll pull it back and I'll do something like cancel, or replace it with another thought. But the practice is about catching the thought, recognizing that your thought process has gone down a road that you don't want it to go down, and catch it before it goes all the way down the road and creates a whole new story that you're not interested in creating for your life. So catch it early. Anyway, that's a bit of a tangent, but I just wanted to reinforce the idea that it takes practice to catch your thoughts before they get too far. So today's reading from the 30-Day Mental Diet, or the thing that stood out for me, because many of us are on different days. So the thing that stood out for me, this is from day 8. The theme is live with enthusiasm. Sorry about that. That was my calendar alert. Live with enthusiasm. If you are not mentally productive, you are depriving yourself of a fuller experience of life. The healthy, happy person is the one who is busily engaged in creative and worthwhile endeavors. A passive existence, just sitting and watching the world go by, needs to be changed. There needs to be an outflow from you to the world. There needs to be an outflow from you to the world. So this really resonated with me. Every time I read the book, it resonates with me. And it dovetails with what I said yesterday about goals. Set goals, no matter how small. Give yourself something to shoot for all the time. Just something to shoot for. Even if it's a chocolate cake. as the reading said. That was the reading from yesterday. Even if it's a chocolate cake, whatever it is, give yourself some goal to shoot for. Deny yourself a passive existence. Give yourself the gift of an active existence. Be seeking something, seeking for something, striving towards something. I can't emphasize this enough because definitely I was living a passive existence. And now, even with just the running, just having that, it pulls me forward a little bit. And even today during my run, once I finally got myself running, I was experimenting with the run because I had a goal. I set a goal for myself. Well, let me try to do this. Let me try to do that. And that experimentation, that striving for something more will pull your life in a different direction. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. So set goals for yourself. So again, that's the reading from the 30-Day Mental Diet. The Reverend Mel's class is now closed, but you can still buy the book, read the book, do it on your own time, and practice those habits of thought that are suggested in the book. All right. So it's a powerful book. That's all I'm trying to say. It's a powerful book. Okay, so moving on, let's talk about abundance. I hope everyone has their quality of life as suggested by Rev Mel. Mine from last year was abundance. I have added wealth and happiness onto abundance. So now it's abundance, wealth, and happiness. Someone asked me why I added wealth when I already have abundance. Because as we've experienced, if you've been watching my journey, abundance manifests as many different things. And so wealth is my attempt to be a little more specific about how I want abundance to manifest. I want abundance, and I also want wealth, and I also want happiness. So those three things together. If you do not already have a quality that you want to carry through the year, I would suggest that you create one. And check out Sit with Rev Melissa because she's been talking a lot about that. Okay, so I did the morning Zen. I talked about the quality of life. I did my run report and my news. I think it's time to get into the abundance. So let's do our affirmation, which is right here. I'm so happy and grateful to be a multimillionaire in every area of my life. I'm so happy and grateful to be a multimillionaire in every area of my life. So that's about abundance. Abundance manifests in many ways. You can be a multimillionaire in many ways. That's about abundance. And also my other daily reminder, poor people spend, the middle class saves, but the wealthy invests. Poor people spend, middle class saves, the wealthy invests. And that's about generational. Yeah, that's coming to me right now. That's about generational habits. Like poor people spend and they teach the next generation to spend. The middle class saves and they teach the next generation to save. But the wealthy, they invest and they teach the next generation to invest. So learn to invest. And if there are younger folks around you in any capacity, teach them how to invest. Change the narrative about how we interact with money. Okay, so I've been saying that I wanted to attack different excuses this season. And I'm stuck on one excuse. The one excuse that I've been stuck on is I don't have enough money to invest. And I've been stuck there for a while because that's one of those excuses that so many of us glom onto, and it's so hard to separate ourselves. Let me rephrase that. It's getting easier and easier to separate ourselves from that excuse as I give more and more suggestions for how you can separate yourself from that excuse. And also, we've been talking about don't be a sheep. So again, just a quick reminder, I found this photo for Rev Mel's show because her theme this week is sheep as an acronym. And in the process of finding this photo, I discovered that sheep is a financial term. And it's pejorative, like it's not good. But let me just recap what it is. Sheep is a disparaging term for traders who simply follow the crowd without making their own decisions or evaluations. And obviously, that can be applied to anything. It doesn't have to just apply to the world of finance. They can apply to peer pressure or anything else out there in the world. But it's funny to me that it is listed as a financial term with all the others, with dividends and yields and all that. They've got sheep in there. So we do not want to be sheep. Even in terms of this show, you do not want to take get all of your wisdom, all of your advice from me, right? You want to use this show as a means to make you curious about some things and then go off on your own and do some due diligence. Even if it's only on YouTube, even if it's only on Google, just Google something, just YouTube something. Just get curious and learn more. And that's how you start to do your own due diligence and start making your own decisions about where you want to put your money. So that's the secondary theme this week. Don't be a sheep. Fight the excuse of I don't have enough money to invest, and don't be a sheep. All right, so let's get back to, oh, thanks, Margareta. Margareta said these challenges are motivating. I'm in, and you'll figure out what it is. Yeah, let us know. Let us know. We'll be up to 12 people. It's very inspiring, and the group is posting comments and photos. It's very exciting. Okay, so let's get back to abundance. Again, we've been talking about the excuse of I don't have enough to invest, and we've made some suggestions about how to push past that. We've talked about creating different buckets, like a savings account and a brokerage account, and shuttling money into both of those accounts. We've talked about paying yourself first. We've talking about writing down the fact that you're going to pay yourself first as a goal, like writing that on a piece of paper or in your journal to make it really stick. We've talked about the envelope challenge. So let me explain what that is for those of you that don't know. Actually, I won't explain what it is. I'll explain my version of it, because my version of it is not how it was explained to me, but I like it. So my version of it is I wrote 1 through 6 on 6 different pieces of paper. I put them in a cup. Every morning I shake the cup. I pull out a number, 1 through 6. And whatever that number is, I transfer that amount from my checkings account over to my savings bucket. And when that savings bucket reaches a certain amount, I'm going to invest it. I paused because I didn't want to make it too complicated. The envelope challenge part is pull the number every day. Whatever that number is, move that amount from your checkings to your savings. We're only talking about a maximum of $6. You can handle it. So Rev Mel has gotten with me on it. If anyone else wants to join us on the envelope challenge, let me know. That'd be great, so that we can talk about our experiences. Thus far, I've already had some very interesting experiences. First of all, it forces me to look at my account every day, which is not something I'm in the habit of doing. So now, for the past week, I've had a very accurate running tally of what my bank balance is, which is unusual. Secondary benefit is there's all kinds of things happening in the account. What I mean is, I'm with Capital One, but it doesn't matter who your bank is. They're offering incentives. They've got things to sign up for. All these things that I don't usually notice because I only go in when it's time to pay a bill or move some money. So my time in there is brief. But now I'm looking every day and I'm noticing things. I was like, oh, I got reward points. Oh, wow, I got a lot of reward points. I never would have noticed the reward points if I hadn't been going in there every day. So that's another ancillary benefit of just looking at your account every day. And that is happening because I'm doing the envelope challenge. Okay, so my alarm is going off. So let me talk about the new thing I want to talk about. And if I have time, I'll circle back to reiterate some of the old things. So the new thing is Webull. We, W-E, Bull, B-U-L-L. Some of you may be familiar with this app. It's an app, and it's also a website, webull.com. So the reason I bring it up now is because it's another way to push past the excuse of I don't have enough money to invest. I signed up for Webull recently, and I now have a $40 account with Webull. Now that's not a lot of money, but guess how much money I put into the account? Obviously, you think $40. No. I only put $10 into the account. Webull gave me $30 of free stock, like actual free stock. What? So it's like it explodes the myth that I don't have enough money to invest. People are willing to give you money to invest. So I will put my code on my Facebook page, which is the sekouwrites page, right? It's a Webull code. If you click it, you get some free stock and I get some free stock. And that's what I did. I used someone else's code. I signed up and I got free stock. And it's like legit stock, right? I was very surprised. So not only that, I closed one of the positions. So I closed one of the positions they gave me. This is my first quote unquote trade. They gave me a stock that's worth $4. And then I set a limit order. A limit order means that you set an order that's automated. And so the order that I set was, if this stock ever reaches $4.25, sell it and give me the money. So I set that order and it sold itself within a day, within 24 hours. It reached $4.25, sold itself. So I made $4.25 total. But the way I'm thinking about it, just to train my mind, is I made a 25-cent profit. Like if I had spent $4 on that stock, which I didn't because they gave it to me for free, then I made an extra 25 cents. Now, that's not a big deal in terms of money, but it's a big deal in terms of psychology. Like I just traded a stock and I made a profit. I am super excited about that. And there was zero risk because Webull gave me the stock. They gave me the stock. So once again, here's yet another way that you can invest for little or nothing. The only reason I transferred $10 into the account is because you get more free stock if you transfer any amount in. I could have transferred $1 in, but I was like, let me go with 10. So my total investment, $10. In exchange, I got a $40 account that I can close positions on and put money back into the account. You know, what I'm saying is I don't have to leave that stock. I can actually close these positions and take the cash, take the profit. So I'm very excited about that. Again, I will today put the link on my sekouwrites page for you to sign up for Webull. So you just go over to Webull, go over to my Facebook page, click the link, you go through the usual process. You got to upload your driver's license, etc. And it's also on web, webull.com. Either way, you sign up, you get free stock. I mean, you can't beat that, right? So no excuses. We're exploding the excuse that I don't have enough money to invest. You don't even need money in this case. All you need to do is spend your time and your energy to sign up. Okay. So coming up now is prayer time at 10:15. Following that is Sit with Rev Melissa, which I will be producing and probably popping in to say a few words about. Don't be a sheep. Don't be a sheep. Keep doing. Be a hero. Be your own hero. And remember that now is better than perfect. And that applies in the context of this show to investing. Go invest. Go sign up for Webull. And I'll see you tomorrow. Later.